when did you find out, and your kind of reaction that you don't get to play this weekend?
Well, I mean, it's disappointing, but the space we're in right now all over the country, things are happening so fast. Your schedules are changing so rapidly that it doesn't surprise me. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago as far as kids coming back to campus. Our students will be coming back to campus, this weekend, and so you just have to try to take care of yourself the best you can. Unfortunately, our opponent is in a position where they're not going to have enough players to play this weekend, so they're not going to be able to come down. And hopefully, the big thing is you try to make up both games, or at least one of the games. But as we get to the latter part of the season, which we're in, there's not a lot of time and space to do that. So we're navigating that space right now and trying to see if we can make something work out. But yeah, similar to what we did last year. You're hot and cold. You're either hot playing games or you're cold not playing games. And this weekend we won't be playing.
Is there something you learned from last year when you weren't playing games to kind of try and stay in game shape?
It's always a learning opportunity, no matter what situation we're in. So the big thing is you're trying to manage your time. Obviously the players aren't in school right now, and so things that we can do to make sure that our conditioning, our strength, and our reaction and things on the ice are staying up to par. So that's the biggest concern with coaching staff, whether you're dealing with our team or somebody else's team, is trying to keep things as consistently as you can, knowing that it's not going to be consistent.
How far do you think you and St. Thomas would be willing to go to get games in if it's talking about a Monday or Tuesday, playing something like that, either this week or in a midweek some other week down the road?
Yep. The challenge is, the rules that they're involved in right now are different than ours. And so they're in this 10-day window where they have to quarantine. Obviously, with our rules and stuff, it's half that. And so, they're trying to navigate what they can do to get enough players that are able to practice and play. And right now they're not in that position, or will they be this weekend? So to answer your question, I think, on our end, we're flexible. We're obviously going up to Minnesota the following weekend. We're going up to St. Cloud the following weekend after that. So there's time and space, for us to maybe have to play games in St. Thomas again. But, we'll try to at least get one of those, if not both of those, in the next couple of weeks. The advantage right now is our kids aren't in school. And so you have a little bit more flexibility within your schedule, what you can and can't do. Once school starts up, and then it becomes a little bit more challenging. But I think both, groups, our commissioner, and the flexibility that everybody has to have within their program is you might have to play on a Tuesday night, you might have to play on a Monday night with the situation we're in if we're going to try to get all our games in.
You'd be willing to do that play up there
Yep.
to get them in?
Yep.
Okay.
Good thing you played on Monday, right?
Yeah, more important. I mean, we had gotten some word out of St. Thomas. They had tested, and they had a couple kids, that had tested positive. So, when I woke up Tuesday, I knew we were going to get news from St. Thomas. I was hoping it was going to be positive news, but it certainly wasn't. But and more important, to answer your question, Monday night's exhibition game was much more important with the situation we're in right now.
You signed a large group of players this year that just came out yesterday. I wonder if you have is there a theme to the group? Is there a unifying connection? I know 3 of them were part of that U18 team that didn't get a chance to play, so there's some experience.
Yeah, those kids were disappointed, as our kids are right now not playing this weekend. So those kids, they get for most of them, one kick at the can as far as playing representing the U.S. in the under 18s. And, when that was taken away, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were all very disappointed. And but, that's the area we're in, the space we're in, the situation everybody is around the country. And if you're trying to play games, and whether it's professionally or at the collegiate level, Division III level, whatever sport you're playing, we've seen hiccups and we've seen situation. And it's probably not going to end, as kids get back to their campuses now at the college level, and things continue to spiral.
But the group as a whole, what makes you excited about these?
I just,
players?
just the big number of quality players and quality kids. They all come from great families. They're good students. There's a lot of skill within that group, and I think with our kids coming back off the national team and the Olympic team, the mix of those 4 kids coming back into the fold, and then these young kids coming in, it'll be an exciting September. It'll be a lot of fun to watch them develop and watch them grow as Badger hockey players. So,
Playing on some of those players coming back from residency, skating with you guys, or
yeah, I mean, we've already got one back skating right now, and I think as the week progresses and early part of next week, the other 2 will be back, and it'll make our practices a little bit more lively. It'll give us numbers that can run better practices at this time, and so it'll be good. It'll create some competition and challenge our players to prepare them as we get ready for each weekend.
just for practices? Correct?
Oh yeah, yep, just for
Just wanna make
practice.
sure.
Yep, just for practices. So
5 Canadian Olympians announced yesterday, 5 Americans, 10 has never happened for UW before. What does that mean to you? I mean, you pride yourself, I know this program does, on having players excel at that level too. To see that group get a chance, that as many of them get a chance to, what does that mean to you?
to me, it's exciting, and we're certainly proud of them. And I think as a coach, we're trying to improve them as hockey players, as individuals, as students, as people. And for a lot of them, the goal of playing on an Olympic team is right there, and they've worked hard, and now they're in a position. So, we're excited for them. Fun to watch them, and we did a little to help them along their journey. And I talked to Hillary Knight, 3 days ago, and she's jumping into her 4th Olympics. She's got her plaque now on the floor over at the Kohl Center, and she's appreciative of what we were able to do as a staff and as a university and as a hockey program to help her, now not only to play in 1 but now play in 4 Olympics. And so for KK, for her first time around, we're excited for her and the growth that she's going to have this part of the season and then come in next year. And for the other kids, you're just excited for them because they're getting a chance to live out their dreams.
What about Hillary has made her have the longevity at that level? Because you can play a long time, but not necessarily be at the level that she's been for 12 going on plus years now.
I think especially on the women's side, for her, you compliment her on how she's been able to take care of her body over that period of time. Because obviously, as we get older, if we want to stay at a high level, we have to condition, we have to strength train, we have to really take care of ourselves to continue that process. And so for her, she's been able to do it in an unnatural way. And I say that because, it's not like she's a male player and is playing for an NHL team or has a team that she can consistently play in a league she can play in. She has to go find competition. She has to do things very awkwardly throughout the winter and the off season to keep herself at a high level. So it's remarkable. And if you look at her, she's in great shape. She's similar to Brianna Decker, who's going to play now in multiple Olympics, and they've learned how to take care of themselves. They've learned how to condition themselves, and they've learned how to keep their skill level at a real high level.